Terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Nick Batum?
Well, Batum is one of my favorite players in the league, Kevin, because of the versatility at both ends of the floor. On defense, that huge wingspan allows him to cover multiple positions on the court. And then offensively, he can really run the floor in transition, and he can knock down that three-point shot.
Yeah, he doesn't just have to score through his defense. You know, post players love playing with him because he can shoot from deep and really demands attention when he's hanging out beyond the arc. You can't take your eye off of him when he's out there. Last season was the best yet for Robin Lopez. Career highs pretty much across the board for Lopez as he stepped into the starting center role for New Orleans. Sometimes it's just a matter of opportunity before a player gains the confidence to be productive in a starting role.
That's good from Lopez. And for Robin Lopez, not the scorer that his twin brother Brook is, but, you know, he's showing some signs offensively.
Well, he's efficient from the field and from the foul line, and the key for him is to continue to work on his rim protection, his defense in the lane. He's got potential to be very good in there.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team. Steve, the entire season, that's not good.
Well, 8 wins is unacceptable, man. It actually tied the Suns with the Kings for the fewest road wins in the entire conference. So, look, this is a young team. They have a lot of learning to do. They've got to add talent. I think the rebuilding project has started, and they're going to get better, but it's still going to take some time.
After taking a year to play elsewhere, it seems Gerald Green finally found his role on an NBA team in the 2011-12 season, but he just couldn't find the traction expected with the Indiana Pacers last year.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And for Gerald Green, a 3-year, $9 million contract with the Pacers to start last season.
Yeah, they were hoping for more out of him, Kevin. He just never really settled into a role with the Pacers, and that was disappointing because Indiana's bench, I thought, really showed some weaknesses during that big playoff run they had.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here is Bledsoe, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
On defense, the Suns. Lillard outside. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got his first points in this one.
Well, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Now here's Dragic. Bledsoe left side. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Lillard dishes to Aldridge. Aldridge left side. From 13, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Now here's Bledsoe. Dishes to Morris. Now the pass to Dragic. Now the feed to Gortat. Shot clock at 6. Dragic gets the bucket.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lillard, the pass to Batum. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they'd love to have a few more easy baskets like that to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
Here's Dragic. Feeds to Morris. He dishes it to Gortat. Baseline J on the way and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And Batum kicks to Lillard. That's good. Lillard's got his second basket.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
The Suns trail. In Bledsoe, here we go. Here's Gortat, and that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Lillard against Dragic. And again, the basket from Lillard. Lillard's got 6.
He's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Dragic against Lillard. And that one's good by Gortat.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you've got to continue to go to the well.
Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Aldridge kicks to Lillard. Back to Aldridge. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
Here's Morris following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Lillard dishes to Matthews. Back to Lillard. Kicks it to Lopez. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man. But I thought did a nice job with Portland last season.
Here's Dragic, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Portland leading. Lillard outside. Pass to Batum. Back to Lillard. Lillard gets the screen from Aldridge. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you know, Damian Lillard, the number 6 pick in the 2012 draft, but that didn't matter because he ran away with the Rookie of the Year award. Taking over the reins at guard in Portland, this young man was special.
And a great start for Damian Lillard last season. Won the Vegas Summer League co-MVP award. Stepped right into that big void for Portland at point guard, especially after Raymond Felton had really kind of taken that position and downgraded it the year before.
Yeah, there was a huge hole in the lineup for the Blazers, and Lillard stepped right in and filled it up. Had an incredibly productive season. And now it's about improving his overall game, getting his defense better. I think he could be one of the top point guards in the NBA before too long.
How many minutes a game, Steve, did he play, did you calculate?
About 39 a game. Yeah, top 3 in the NBA. He's a big minutes guy.
Tremendous. Full free throws good from Lillard.
You know, guys, Portland had one of the worst benches in the history of the league last season. You know, they didn't get much contribution there. It was almost like they went into every game playing 5 versus 12.
They get it back. Trailblazers leading by 4. Outside Matthews. He feeds it to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. And here's Matthews for the 3. And it's good. Well, as Clark was talking about when referring to the Blazers, the bench scoring was a big problem for him as they didn't have anyone really outside their starting 5 that Steve could be counted on for 7 points or more a game.
Yeah, look, the NBA game is 48 minutes long. It's tough to survive for those full 4 quarters when you have no offensive punch off the bench. But I think this offseason they added a lot of firepower, a lot of scoring in reserve, and we'll see if that makes a difference for this team this year.
For Portland, they've gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. Fires from the wing. The Trailblazers rebound. Here's Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 10.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
From deep, Green. That doesn't go either for Green. Trailblazers leading by 7. And Lillard kicks to Leonard. Back to Lillard. Here's the dish to Aldridge. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from 16. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Scooped up. Len's shot is off. Now here's Matthews. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Matthews. Here's Leonard. Nice D from Morris.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Batum with the ball. Now Green defending. Batum passes to Matthews. Batum dishes to Leonard. Right side Leonard. Here's Lillard. And that one's good. Lillard's got 12.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Lillard kicks to Matthews. Aldridge dishes to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Pass to Matthews. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
And the Suns call time. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Morris is checked in for Morris. P.J. Tucker comes in for Gerald Green. And it's Brown in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Brown. Passes to Len. Leonard with the steal. Williams passes to Wright. And here is Williams. He kicks to Batum. Misses the three.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Robinson, that's good. Here's Marshall. Brown outside. Tries to snap the cold streak, and the layup is up and in.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Here's Marshall. Williams with the block, but he stays with it. Tries again. Here's Morris. The pass to Tucker. 6 to shoot. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got it back down to single digits for the Suns.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Williams kicks to Robinson. Back to Williams. There's a minute 40 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Robinson. Some solid D from Morris. Suns trail by 9. Here's Marshall. The kick out to Brown. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Now Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. From down in the low post, it goes.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Morris with the bucket. 56 seconds left to play here in the first. Williams with the ball. Batum attacking. Dishes to Robinson. And now Williams inside. And he gets the bucket.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
Marshall dishes to Tucker. A jump hook and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
The first free throw is good. Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows.
Now here's Williams. The feed now to Wright, launches it. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Wright's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Marshall. Brown outside. Gord's out with a screen on Batum. Brown gets a screen from Marshall. Brown the pass to Marshall. Here's Morris. Nails the 16-footer. Morris has got 6. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Trailblazers out in front, up 10. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Trailblazers.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Marcus Morris is out there with Gortat. Then it's Brown. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Marshall in at the point guard position.
Wes Matthews was undrafted out of Marquette back in 2009. But he ended up not only making the team in Utah, but starting as a rookie for the Jazz. He solidified himself as a quality wing in this league, and he's a tough defender who can make the outside shot, and you always know what you're going to get from him at both ends of the floor.
First one falls for him. And Clark, you talked about the toughness for Wes Matthews until last season. You know, Steve, he had never missed a game.
250 straight games to start his career. He's battled through pain to always try to get the job done for his teammates. One of my favorite players in the league, just a tough, physical player who can knock down threes. Like somebody you want on your squad.
His dad played in the NBA for a while.
That's right.
Both free throws good from Matthews.
Well, you talk about a franchise having some terrible luck with injuries. Portland is certainly that team. A lot of emerging stars in Rip City have had their careers or tenure cut short because of injury. And the injury bug, once again, reared its head for Portland.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Williams against Bledsoe. Williams kicks to Lopez. Bledsoe against Williams. Just 5 to shoot. That is good. Williams has got 6 points. As you said, with the Blazers throughout the ages, they've had to deal with injuries to guys like Walton and Oden and most recently Roy. Unfortunately, Steve, starting over is something that they are used to doing.
But they are in a pretty good position to do so right now, Kevin. I think they've been really good in the draft the last couple of years. Obviously, they got a star in Damian Lillard that they can build around. To me, the key is LaMarcus Aldridge. Can they re-sign him? Can he be that dominant low-post guy in Portland for the next 5 or 6 years? He sure has the potential.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, gentlemen, you recall around draft night, there were rumors that the Cavaliers were willing to trade both the number 1 and number 19 picks for LaMarcus Aldridge, but they were rebuffed by Portland. And it's easy to see why the Blazers would be reluctant to part with their franchise big man. But with Aldridge expressing unhappiness in Portland over the summer, you wonder if that's a decision they'll live to regret. Kevin?
No question, Doris. Everyone's got to be invested and on board, or it just doesn't work. Now, here's Dragic, following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's Morris. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Dragic against Lillard. Dragic dishes to Morris. The jump hook, and Aldridge with the block. Lillard outside. Williams passes to Matthews. Lopez outside. Back to Matthews. Feeds it to Lillard. Williams for 3. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Bledsoe. Green gets a screen from Morris. Off the pick. And Gortat with the stuff.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Here's Lillard. Following the score by Phoenix. He dishes it to Matthews. Williams for 3. Another miss by Williams.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Here's Green. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge left side. Here's Lopez. No good. Great D that time from Green. And Bledsoe, here we go. Lillard with the block. Williams with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering, and that one's good. And it's 8 points for Williams.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
And the Suns call time.
You know, even though it was a down year for the Blazers in terms of their overall record last year, they still enjoyed quite a bit of success at home. It's one of the better home court advantages in the league.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. It's their perimeter defense that had him pretty wound up. He told his guys to be conscious of ball movement away from the hoop and be sure to always have their hands up when the shot is taken. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
All right, Doris. And for the Blazers, as you said, not the year they wanted, but Steve, they still managed to finish 22-19 here in Portland.
Well, it was a young team, very talented starting 5, but very little depth. And I think over the course of an 82-game season, the lack of bench help really cost Portland. But a lot to be excited about, some good young talent, and a home court that traditionally has been very positive for this team.
And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Eric Bledsoe.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. Lopez dishes to Aldridge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, a big part of the success of LaMarcus Aldridge is his versatility. He can play power forward. You can slide him over and move him to the center spot, but he's very difficult for anybody to handle. Almost 7 feet tall and extremely skilled.
The free throw drops for Aldridge. We're going back to Aldridge for a second. He really does have the skill set of a power forward Clark and the body of a center.
Yeah, you know, that versatility is really impressive. When you think about a big guy guarding him, he can take him outside and utilize that jumper and quickness. And then if he has a smaller guy, he'll back him down and work him over inside.
Both free throws good from Aldridge.
Phoenix has their hands full guarding against Aldridge.
He's got 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club. Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Lillard outside. Kicks to Williams. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. 10 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
There's Green with the 3. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Lillard's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Good rebound there, but overall, they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
Ejected by Len. Here's Dragic. Pass to Morris. Bledsoe outside. He feeds it to Len. Sinks that one from the post. Len's got 4 points in the quarter.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Goran Dragic.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Lillard attacking. Williams for 3. Second shot opportunity. Matthews, no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Green gets it to go.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Lopez against Bledsoe. The dish to Dragic. To the wing on the left. There's Green with the 3. That doesn't go either for Green.
Not sure why he's insisting on shooting from out there. It's just not working for him right now.
And Matthews kicks to Williams. Lillard against Dragic. And he gets it to go. 16 points for Lillard.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Yeah, and guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
Suns trail by 9. And here's Dragic. He's got 6 to the left side wing. Green, the pass to Dragic. And stolen by Lillard. Robinson, that's good. Now Dragic. Passes it to Morris. Len dishes to Morris. Suns moving the ball around, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Suns. Outside Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Morris. Pass to Len. Here's Tucker. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Trailblazers leading by 11. Leonard sets a screen for Lillard. And the pass to Leonard. It's stolen by Dragic. Right side Dragic. Dishes to Marshall. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 5th assist in this one. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Lillard kicks to right. The feed to Leonard. Launches it. Morris with the rebound.
Well, you know, Jeff Hornacek, the new coach of the Phoenix Suns, a 14-year career as an NBA shooting guard, and he was terrific as a player. Spent his first 6 in Phoenix and only recently really got into coaching, starting as an assistant with the Jazz in early 2011.
Lillard outside. Lillard gets the screen from Robinson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And back to Coach Hornacek, the 16th coach in Suns franchise history. He's raised his 3 kids in Phoenix. Stevie's put down roots there. Looks like he would like to stay for the long term.
Well, he was a tremendous player for the Suns back during the prime of his career. So this is a great fit, coaching the Suns. A guy who played the game with tremendous intelligence and an even-keeled demeanor. Should serve him well as a head coach.
And free throw good from Lillard.
Damian Lillard was really a steady floor general, guys. I think we still have a lot to see as to how much of a playmaker he'll become. Remember, he was the man in college. Without a lot of other scoring options to rely on, he carried Weber State offensively. And I think that's going to serve him well throughout the rest of his NBA career. More point guards have to be able to score as well as run the team in the way the league is playing now.
Now, here's Marshall. Feeds it to Len. There's 1:47 left to play here in the second quarter. Marshall passes to Len, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Len's got 6 points in the quarter. And Damian Lillard last season, Steve, averaging 6.5 assists a game.
And those numbers should get better because, Lillard's going to get better. The Blazers will continue to add to their roster. They had one of the worst benches in the league last season. So you put a couple more scores alongside Lillard, those assist totals will go up.
I think Clark's right. We'll have to see in time how his playmaking develops. Marshall with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Tucker.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Gentlemen, even though Damian Lillard won last year's Rookie of the Year award, he didn't rest on his laurels. This offseason, he trained with NBA legend Gary Payton, working almost exclusively on his defense. Lillard said it's a responsibility for him to live up to the great Oakland point guards of the past, adding, quote, Jason Kidd, GP, B. Shaw, those guys were great defenders. I want to let people see that in Oakland, we lock people up. That's one of the reasons they get the respect they do. I got to play to their level. Kevin, big shoes to fill, but he's off to a great start.
He's surprised a lot of people with how well he's done. Thanks, Doris.
Boy, they're trailing in this game, and they're starting to settle for jumpers offensively.
Well, and that's fine, but you can't really count on those to go. I think they should be fighting their way inside for higher percentage looks.
The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. And the Suns making a change here. And Brown drops them both. 16 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Lillard attacking. And nothing is falling for him right now. Marshall with it. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Trailblazers lead by 1. And now we'll send it down to Dort.
Well, Goran, how do you rate the team's...
Now, presented by Sprint. And now get the Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
And we come back with a view of downtown Portland as seen from across the Willamette River. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, the defensive effort and intensity has been fantastic, and you can tell he's really inspiring his team with his play.
Yeah, his emotion and his production. He's been patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there, and he's really made a statement with his defensive effort.
Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Suns trail by 3.
Well, you know, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error, and teams pile on while you're down.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Lillard outside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And back to the Suns in the West. They did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long stretches of the season. And when you lack depth against teams with tough power forwards or centers out west, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
You know, the Blazers found themselves, guys, near the bottom of the West last season, and typically when that happens, you struggle against the rest of the conference, and that was certainly the case for Portland.
Good on the second free throw. Portland did have their problems, as you said, Clark, against the West. A big part of it was late in the season. They were beat up and lost their last 13 games of the year. Steve, mostly those losses coming to Western teams.
Well, that was a big slide for them. And, you know, they probably made their 18-34 mark in the conference seem probably a little worse than it should have. But, look, they were out of the playoffs. They lost their edge, and they were playing a lot of young people. I think this is a team that has a chance to make a big comeback. His shooting has been good, but overall, I think his output has been somewhat limited. The defense really keeping him from getting the number of shots he'd like.
He dishes it to Batum. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Dragic kicks to Green. Pass to Gortat. For the lead. And it comes off the front of the rim. And for Portland, they're shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Lopez right side. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Lopez has got 5. Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Lillard against Dragic. And he banks in the layup. Dragic has got it all tied up now for Phoenix.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Kicks it to Batum. From the top of the key. Can't get it to go. And Phoenix will come the other way. Outside Dragic. Bledsoe gets the screen from Morris. Gortat against Lopez. Gortat misses.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
Here's Lopez, and he banks in the layup. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
A top-notch offensive rebounder. Clark, it seems like he's always around the ball.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. One of those guys you've got to find when the shot goes up. Get your body on him or he'll embarrass you.
Gortat with a screen on Matthews. Green dishes to Bledsoe. Lillard against Dragic. That's good. Dragic has got 10 points in the game. Here's Lillard. 19 points in the game. Outside Batum. And that one is hammered home.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Back to Dragic. 4 on the shot clock. For the lead. And Gortat kicks to Green. He feeds it to Morris. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Lenz checked in for Gortat. Green against Batum. Morris kicks to Green. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 6 to shoot. Here's Len. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Alex Len, 7'1" center out of Ukraine by way of University of Maryland. I'll tell you, he underwent surgery to repair stress fractures in both ankles, and that has to concern the Suns. But very, very skilled big man, and I know Phoenix has high hopes for him.
And he can't get the first one. Well, going back, Alex Len, considered by a number of scouts to have the most upside in this draft class.
Can you believe, Kevin, that he was a former gymnast in his youth?
Wow.
I mean, tremendous agility, still very young. And you know, with big guys, you always have to give them a little more time to see what they can become. Keep an eye on him. He could be very good.
And the second free throw, good.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Len. He has 9 points and 2 rejections. What a force he's been in the paint.
He's gotten himself into the air so often to block shots and rebound. He's really controlled that area. You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Dragic the pass to Green. Dragic with it. Williams picks him up. Dragic kicks to Bledsoe. Clock at 6. The dish to Len. Lopez with the steal. Dragic against Williams. Passes it to Aldridge. Outside Matthews. No good from outside.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. That one off the back iron and out. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Matthews dishes to Lopez. And that one's good. Lopez has got 9.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Outside, Green. They get a hand on it. Lock at 6. Len's shot is off. Portland leading by 3. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Len. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Williams. Batum passes to Williams. Into Lopez. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Packs a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark bringing it down hard, my brother. Suns trail by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Dragic kicks to Green. Len with it. Lopez is there. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. 11 points for Alex Len.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And it's blocked by Len. The drive by Green. Len dishes to Green. A baseline J. And he gets the jumper to drop. Now just a 1-point Portland lead.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Williams gets a screen from Aldridge. Williams passes to Matthews. No good. Nice D from Dragic.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Stolen by Bledsoe. For the lead, that layup is good as it's up and in from Len. Len's got 5 points in the quarter. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Some changes for Phoenix. Marcus Morris is checked in for Morris. P.J. Tucker comes in for Green, and it's Brown in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Batum. Outside Williams. From the baseline. Misses off the left iron.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. Right away, he said he wants to see better effort on the defensive glass and far fewer second chance opportunities. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And Marshall kicks to Brown. No good with the triple. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got 10. Suns have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Marshall dishes to Morris. Unloads from 9. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Williams. And Batum kicks to Robinson. Back to Batum. 5 to shoot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
One of the rare statistical feats you'll ever see in the NBA was accomplished by Nicholas Batum last season. In a December game, he tallied a 5-by-5. 5 points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks.
The first one falls. And last season for Batum, a new gigantic contract, the uptick in minutes, and when he was healthy, he was terrific.
Yeah, you know, Portland traded away Gerald Wallace to basically clear a path for Batum. And you're right, when he's healthy, he really can be an effective player out there. I like his defensive versatility. With his length and speed, he can guard either wing players or perimeter guys. Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Marshall passes to Morris. Stolen by Robinson. And here we go with Batum into the hoop.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And Marshall kicks to Brown. Up off the screen.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Williams attacking. And Robinson that time on the assist by Williams. Robinson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Gortat with the screen for Marshall. The feed to Gortat. He used that pick to get in close. Gortat's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Outside Williams. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession for the Trailblazers. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Thomas Robinson. And Lillard subbed in for Wright.
LaMarcus Aldridge. Damian Lillard.
1:14 left to play here in the third. Here's Leonard, and it's blocked by Gortat. Now, here's Marshall. He's covered closely. Gortat inside. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Tucker can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 3. And Lillard kicks to Williams. Phoenix grabs the miss. Gortat's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Marshall with it. Williams picks him up. Marshall dishes to Morris. Count that one. And it's now only a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Williams. Here's Leonard. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Tucker. Brown the pass to Marshall for the lead. And that's 2 points on the layup. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Lillard outside. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Suns ahead, up 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Three-quarters of play in a close game here. The Suns shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. All right, now a chance to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Markieff Morris and Marcin Gortat are down low. Bledsoe is out there with Dragic, and it's Green in at the small forward. Clock at 2. Shots good by Bledsoe.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Lillard on top. He's guarded by Dragic. Step back and squared up. 21 points for Lillard. The Suns leading. Pass to Gortat. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. And for Portland, they're shooting well. 50% from the floor. Lillard attacking. The kick out to Matthews. Lots of room. Good. Nothing but net. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Well, there's plenty to like about him as a player, but you know, one thing that really stands out is the quick trigger. He can catch the ball in space, defenders all over him, but you know, in an instant, lets that shot go, and he is accurate.
And he gets after it hard, Steve. If there's even a chance he can get to a loose ball, he'll throw himself right at it.
He can't get anything to drop, and the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
George out with a screen on Matthews. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
You know, that turnover right there isn't typical of the performance he's turned in today. In fact, that's his only turnover of the game. He's done a really good job taking care of the ball.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Lillard has been playing really well. He's got 21 points and 7 assists.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the all-around effort that he's put in here today.
The numbers tell the story, Steve. He is filling up just about every column of that box sheet.
And the first one drops. Free throws good from Lillard. And so here's Phoenix trailing by 5. Right side, Dragic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, guys, Goran Dragic signed to a big 4-year contract by the Phoenix Suns last season. Really has played well. He's crafty, he's clever, he's got good size, can finish at the basket, and also can shoot the 3. He's a lot of fun to watch.
The first free throw is good. And Dragic actually drafted by the Suns back in 2008 with a second-round pick. And, Steve, you know a little bit about him. They had the good sense to bring him back.
I did draft him,
I know you
Kevin,
did.
and a guy we liked for a long time before that draft. He's turned into an excellent player. The Suns brought him back after losing Steve Nash. And for a team looking to build and go young, he's been a good fit.
Both free throws good from Dragic.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Dragic. He has 12 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
Lillard attacking. Back to Lopez. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Bledsoe kicks to Green. From outside the arc, and he gets the bucket. Green's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical junction. Clutch.
Outside Matthews. Lillard against Dragic. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 25 points in the game.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Timeout called, the Suns. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching it.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
All right, Doris. Lillard gets the screen from Matthews. Lillard attacking. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bledsoe's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He kicks it to Dragic. Misses the 3. Portland trailing here. Batum dishes to Aldridge. And he gets it to go. There is just no way Clark could tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Yeah, 6 lead changes so far. So which team can come up with that big play you're talking about, Clark? That's going to be interesting. What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. The change he wants to see made is a defensive one. He talked to the team about closing out much more quickly on their perimeter shooters. He thinks they've been giving them too much space out there. Gentlemen, some late-game adjustments that could prove crucial in the game's closing moments. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Gortat with the block. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
12 seconds of the shot clock. 12.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Bledsoe gets the screen from Morris. And Bledsoe, here we go. And the shot is good. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 3 now for Phoenix.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Kept alive. Batum goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Love the way he fought for that putback. You know, he's willing to put in a lot of hard work in this game, no doubt about that.
Here's Dragic. Tries again, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Dragic. Trailblazers trail by 3. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Morris with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. It's Dragic with the drive. Rejected by Aldridge. It's tipped. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Aldridge has got 6 in the quarter.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty, the way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And another thing you see him do a lot and do very well is draw and dish. He brings defenders to him in the low post and then kicks the ball out to the wide open teammate if he's double teamed.
Lopez inside. Gortat's there. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Lopez. Suns have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Bledsoe passes to Dragic. Back to Bledsoe. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 14 points for Eric Bledsoe.
And he's been exactly what they needed here in the fourth.
Boy, he looks like a dangerous man. I mean, he's made all 4 of his shots this quarter so far.
And that one's good by Aldridge.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effective.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Now the pass to Bledsoe. Dishes it to Gortat. They kick it out to Green. 4 on the clock. Unloads, and it's Phoenix scoring again. Now, here's Lillard. And it's blocked by Dragic, but he recovers it. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Matthews. Suns have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Bledsoe against Matthews. Outside Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gortat. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lopez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. A 3 from Matthews. Good. Matthews has got 7 now in this quarter.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. The feed to Dragic. Fires for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Tries to save it, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
19 seconds.
Up top, Gortat. Lopez covering. Batum against Green. No luck.
Boy, they almost tied it up with that shot.
Boy, they're this close here in the fourth quarter, scrapping back into it.
Matthews, no good. The Suns trailing. Dragic dishes to Green. Changes up, and it's Gortat getting it to go.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Lillard against Dragic. Feeds to Aldridge. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
Bledsoe gets the screen for Morris. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Lillard against Dragic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Dragic has got it all tied up now for the Suns. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
Lillard against Dragic. Lillard, the pass to Aldridge. And he banks in the layup. Aldridge has got 12 points in just the second half.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 2. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Dragic. Here's Gortat. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. 18 points for Marcin Gortat.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Lillard. Takes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet.
Huge bucket.
They've been waiting for that one, guys.
Bledsoe against Matthews. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 10 points in the quarter.
And that's what you love to do as the road team, Kevin. Hit the big shot to take the crowd right out of it.
Well, they've done that for sure.
They sure have. That shot right there had a huge effect on this crowd.
Lopez inside. Gortat covering. Lopez, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Matthews against Dragic. Bledsoe dishes to Gortat. Bledsoe sets the screen for Gortat. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
No excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
.40 seconds left in the fourth. Morris kicks to Dragic. Here's Green. Matthews with the rebound. Clark, a big-time possession here.
Tell you what, their hearts have to be racing right now.
He dishes it to Lillard. Pass to Aldridge. It's stolen by Morris.
A chance to tie it up, Clark.
A 3 would make it happen.
Count it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
11 seconds left in the fourth. When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
Here's Batum. So they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And the Suns call time. They're behind by 2. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. Plenty of time. If they execute, we should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see him pound it inside and try to get to the rim.
Here's Morris. Dragic kicks to Morris. Misses the tray. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we're in the bonus and let's go to the line for 2. Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. With a big win by Portland in a tight game. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
Nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, LaMarcus, a fine performance for you individually, and it certainly seemed like this team was working well together. What was the key to that?
We played defense. I thought in the second half, our defense was, a whole lot better. I thought, I played well up there too. So, I just went to work tonight.
LaMarcus, great job. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian